Hey y'all, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to the kitchen. If you're new here, this is a place for comfort food, real life, and grace-filled conversation. Today we're testing a recipe from Allrecipes channel, where they claim that they can take this cake box mix and turn it into cookie bars. But you know me, I can't just follow instructions blindly. So we're going to see if we can take this box mix and make it into Mama's kitchen quality. So step one is creaming the butter and the brown sugar. Now this recipe called for a light brown sugar, but you know, here in the South we do things a little bit differently. I want some of that rich taste, so I'm using dark brown sugar. Okay, so first we're going to put 1 stick of butter, and it is softened butter, and a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cream this together. The recipe calls for walnuts, but we prefer pecans, so I'm going to replace it with a cup of pecans. Now the reviews on this recipe seem to say that it comes out chewy. So the key to this recipe is to be very gentle. You don't want to overmix. Okay, so that's creamed pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. I'm going to go ahead and add add 1 egg here. I like to go ahead and crack it in the bowl to make sure it's good, though I did do the float test. I always like to float test just to make sure that I don't have a bag egg. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw in that egg. Get that mixed in. And the next change that I'm making to this recipe is that, you know, in the South, and myself, we gotta have that vanilla. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and if y'all don't know, 1 cap is 1 teaspoonful. Go ahead and mix that in. And the next thing, I've already cut this bag open, where the next change that I'm doing is, instead of a white cake mix, I want a good buttery flavor. So I am going to try it with the yellow butter cake mix. Go ahead and dump that in. Okay. I hope y'all are seeing this. Sure hate to do this whole video and it didn't come out. I have a little screen I'm looking through right now. Okay, we're going to mix that slowly, and I want to mix it just until it's incorporated, because like I said, we don't want this to be chewy. We want it to be, we want it to be chewy. We want this to be chewy, so we don't want to overmix it. Okay, so I mixed that just until everything was properly moistened. Oh, I was about to take the beaters off, but we're going to put this other thing. No walnuts. Like walnuts, but I want a good Southern recipe today, so we're going to put 1 cup of pecans. Oh, I screwed up again. I was going to save some of it without the pecans for my husband, because he says I don't think about him. He does not like nuts. Oh well. Yeah, he says he likes his desserts to be female, no nuts. Okay, that's mixed in. Get those beaters clean. Pop those beaters off. I'm just going to set that right there. Get that out of the way. Okay, now let me get all these little things out of the way here. Stack everything up. Get this in better view. we're just gonna go ahead and mash this. I've already greased my pan, and I put some parchment paper in there as she suggested. It'll keep it from sticking and might make it easier to pull them out. So here we go. It smells good. Okay. Get that mashed in. I'm just going to mash it, get it all spread out, and I'll be right back when I've got that done. Okay, we've about got that done. The toughest part of this was that parchment paper was making it slide around. Got tired of fighting it with the spatula, so I washed my hands, and I'm just using my hands. That way I can make sure it's all good and even. And we forgot the chocolate chips. Okay, well, I told y'all this was about keeping it real. I forgot the chocolate chips, so I just took them out of the pan, took the batter out of there, and here we go. We're going to add the chocolate chips. This is so typically me. 2 cups, which that was exactly 2 cups of chocolate chips. Go ahead and put that in there. Get that mixed up. Ooh, those chocolate chips. And by the way, I use semi-sweet chocolate chips. And oh my goodness, it smells absolutely heavenly. Okay, so I am going to go ahead, spread them into this pan. My hands are clean. Okay. Now I'm just going to mash. Oh, so much easier without that parchment paper. I don't know how she got it. Well, I didn't have a full sheet. I had put 2 of them together. So if you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, just go ahead and put them in the pan. And here goes. I'm just going to press it in. Okay, got that all good and evenly pressed out. So now we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven, which I've already... Oh, there we go. Make sure I'm in shot. I've already heated up the oven to 350. We're going to put it in there for 30 minutes or until it has a good light golden brown, and we will be back to taste test. Okay, it is out of the oven, and I have let it sit for about 20 minutes. She says to let it stay until it's totally cooled down before cutting, but you know what? I just can't wait. This smells too good. Do you know what I was thinking while this was baking? So we call these dump cakes and dump bars because they're messy. You throw it all in. You know, sometimes life gets like that. And with the stress and the grief and the grit and the hurry. But sometimes you just have to trust. You just throw it all in the heat and it's all just gonna come out fine. That's all in having faith. Okay, so I am cutting into this. I can't wait. So I can get this out. Oh yeah. Oh, look at all that chocolatey goodness on that spatula. That was a lot of chocolate chips. Oop, broke it apart. Look at that. Oh. Now, I do have to admit, I did forget one thing. It called for 2 tablespoons of water, and I didn't do that. So, let's see how it come out anyway. Oh, wow. I was really afraid, but it is chewy, it's gooey, but I mean, it's cooked well. Oh, those pecans. Pecans was the right choice. Okay. So, all recipes, lady. I think her name is Nicole. Thumbs up. You did good. Okay, I did some kind of movement with this new thing. It works by hand gestures, and it made it flip and turned it off. So I'm gonna try this again. Y'all saw the taste test. That was wonderful. One thing, let me know. Are y'all pecans team or walnuts? Or a little bit of both. Anyway, thank y'all for sticking with me, and kudos to Nicole with All Recipes. Y'all go check out her channel. Y'all have a great, blessed day.